Bob MacIntyre has never been one to follow the crowd or be swayed by the loudest voice in the room. His journey in golf has been shaped by a grounded upbringing in Obscene, a small coastal town in Scotland with a population of roughly 8,000. Before golf became his primary focus, MacIntyre spent years playing shinty, a traditional Scottish sport known for its toughness and intensity. That early exposure to competition helped instill resilience, discipline, and a clear understanding of what truly matters to him, values that would later guide some of the most important decisions of his professional career. When the golf world was shaken by the emergence of LIV Golf in 2022, players across the globe were presented with staggering financial offers. The Saudi-backed league arrived with unprecedented sums of money, tempting even the most established stars. For many, the decision to join LIV Golf was straightforward, life-changing money in exchange for a new competitive environment. However, for MacIntyre, the choice was far more complex, rooted in personal ambition and long-term goals rather than short-term financial gain. In a recent interview, MacIntyre didn't hold back when discussing the lucrative offers that flooded the sport. He described the money as obscene, raising a philosophical question that few athletes publicly confront: how much money is truly enough? While he acknowledged that some players made decisions that worked out well for them, he also suggested that others may have acted hastily. Still, he maintained a balanced perspective, emphasizing that each player has the right to choose their own path. MacIntyre's own path, however, was never going to be dictated by money alone. At the core of his decision to reject LIV Golf was a deeply personal dream: to represent Europe in the Ryder Cup and ultimately win a major championship. For him, these milestones defined success in golf far more than financial figures ever could. His commitment to that vision became evident in 2024 when he made a bold move during a challenging period in his career. Struggling to find consistency while competing in the United States, MacIntyre chose to step away from the tour and return home to Scotland. It was a decision that reflected self-awareness and a willingness to prioritize mental well-being over immediate results. Back in familiar surroundings, surrounded by family and friends, he rediscovered his confidence and purpose. The results of that reset were remarkable. Within months of returning to competition, MacIntyre achieved two significant victories: the RBC Canadian Open and the Genesis Scottish Open. These wins not only revitalized his career but also cemented his place among the elite players in the world. In fact, he became just the second Scottish golfer to win twice in a single PGA Tour season, a testament to both his talent and his perseverance. Despite his rising success and increasing earnings, reportedly surpassing $10 million in 2025 alone, MacIntyre has remained steadfast in his belief that money should not be the primary motivator in sport. He has repeatedly emphasized that the financial rewards on the PGA Tour are already substantial, eliminating any need to chase even larger sums at the expense of personal goals. One of the most significant factors influencing his decision to stay away from LIV Golf was the Ryder Cup. Participation in the prestigious team event requires alignment with the traditional golf ecosystem, including membership in the DP World Tour. Joining LIV Golf could have jeopardized his eligibility, effectively closing the door on one of his lifelong dreams. MacIntyre's Ryder Cup journey has already validated his decision. In 2023, he earned a spot on the European team by finishing third in the qualifying points standings. Making his debut at Marco Simone Golf Club, he delivered an impressive performance, going undefeated and contributing 2.5 points from 3 matches. His composure under pressure and ability to rise to the occasion quickly established him as a valuable member of the team. He carried that momentum into the 2025 Ryder Cup at Bethpage, where he once again qualified through strong performances on tour. Europe secured a narrow 15-13 victory, marking their first away win since 2012, and MacIntyre played a key role in the team's success. These experiences not only fulfilled one of his dreams but also reinforced his belief that he made the right choice in prioritizing legacy over money. Importantly, his decision has not strained relationships with fellow players who chose a different route. MacIntyre has spoken openly about maintaining a good friendship with European teammate Tyrrell Hatton, who joined LIV Golf. Their continued connection highlights the mutual respect that exists among players, regardless of the tours they represent. MacIntyre's story is not unique among rising European stars. Another notable example is Ludvig Åberg, who faced a similar decision early in his career. In 2022, while still a student at Texas Tech University, Åberg reportedly received a 2-year LIV Golf offer worth around $2.5 million. At that point, he had not yet turned professional, had no guaranteed future on the PGA Tour, and no major titles to his name. Accepting the offer would have provided immediate financial security, but it also carried potential long-term consequences. After careful consideration, Åberg declined the offer, citing concerns about red flags and the possibility of damaging important relationships within the sport. Like MacIntyre, he emphasized that his primary motivation was competition, not money. His decision proved to be a pivotal moment in his career. Shortly after turning professional, Åberg's trajectory soared. He climbed to the #1 position in the amateur world rankings, secured a victory on the DP World Tour, and earned a captain's pick for the 2023 Ryder Cup team, an extraordinary achievement for a player who had yet to compete in a major championship at the time. During the Ryder Cup, he delivered a solid performance, contributing to Europe's dominant victory. Åberg's success continued on the PGA Tour, where he claimed his first win at the RSM Classic. Despite his rapid rise and increasing profile, LIV Golf approached him again with another offer. Once more, he declined, reaffirming his commitment to competing at the highest level within the traditional framework of the sport. His reasoning echoed MacIntyre's sentiments. Åberg expressed a strong desire to test himself against the best players in the world and to be part of golf's rich history. For him, the PGA Tour represented the pinnacle of competition, offering not just financial rewards but also prestige, legacy, and the opportunity to measure himself against the game's greatest talents. The 2025 Ryder Cup further illustrated the impact of his decision. Åberg delivered a standout performance in the singles matches, securing a crucial victory against Patrick Cantlay. Although Europe's overall success was a team effort, his contribution underscored his ability to perform under pressure on one of golf's biggest stages. The parallel paths of MacIntyre and Åberg highlight a broader narrative within professional golf. At a time when the sport is divided by competing tours and differing philosophies, these players have chosen to prioritize long-term goals over immediate financial gain. Their decisions reflect a deep respect for the traditions of the game and a commitment to building careers defined by achievement rather than earnings alone. While LIV Golf has undeniably changed the financial landscape of professional golf, it has also forced players to confront fundamental questions about what they value most. For some, the opportunity to secure generational wealth is too significant to pass up. For others, like MacIntyre and Åberg, the pursuit of greatness, measured in victories, championships, and legacy, remains the ultimate objective. MacIntyre, in particular, continues to chase his final dream, winning a major championship. Having already achieved success on the PGA Tour and represented Europe in the Ryder Cup, he views a major victory as the pinnacle of his career. He has even suggested that accomplishing this goal could mark the perfect endpoint, allowing him to step away from the game with complete satisfaction. Whether or not he reaches that milestone, his journey serves as a powerful reminder that success in sport is not defined solely by financial rewards. It is shaped by choices, values, and the courage to stay true to one's vision, even when faced with overwhelming temptation. In an era where money often dominates headlines, players like Bob MacIntyre and Ludvig Åberg offer a different perspective, one that prioritizes passion, competition, and the enduring pursuit of excellence.